Now, in Stellaris Apocalypse there is a heavy focus on a number of ways you can lose a planet. Many people will instantly flock to the idea of a big shiny laser that can split a planet in two, just like in the story trailer, which was actually released after I wrote this script, so yeah, I'm just adding this little bit in. However, before the Apocalypse DLC is released, there are actually a number of ways in the game that you can lose a planet. Some of you might not have noticed, because it typically won't actually happen. In fact, it's incredibly unlikely that you will. My favourite of which is the infectious event chain. Now, this event chain is surprisingly rare, and it used to even be possible to get this event whilst playing a Machine Empire, which is a little bit strange. The event can hit you early on in the game. After colonising several planets, one of your planets will suddenly be struck by a disease. This disease instantly infects 3 of the population. An alert is sounded in your empire. With a significant portion of the planet now suffering from an unknown illness, a decision must be made. Now, depending on your ethics, you can either kill the infected or quarantine them. The decision to quarantine them will cost you 100 influence, so it will actually heavily impact your game. Should your empire have the chance to kill the infected, you do not have to spend any influence at all, and it can actually stop the infection, so why not kill off 3 population? Of course, 3 of your pops die, but this means the disease will end, right? Oh, you are indeed wrong, my friend. There is only a 50% chance that killing them worked, because if you kill them and it proves to be insignificant, guess what? Another 3 pops are infected. Now, killing the population again is also an option, but you've just killed off 6 pops on one planet, which in some cases might be enough to leave it empty, and the planet dies. Luckily, the second time round, the cost of quarantining the infected is halved. It's only 50. So for the loss of 3 pops, you can save 50 influence. Now, that's what I call a great bargain. It must be said, on the second time you kill off 3 more members of your population, it will get rid of the plague. So it turns out, any major disease, just wipe out, I don't know, about 50% of the planet's population and you'll be right as rain. See, that's something the Irasians should have caught on to. Yeah, that's right, I just did a reference back to the first lore story I ever made. Anyway, now what happens if you select the quarantine option? Well, this will not fully stop the spread of disease, but it will allow you to begin the construction of the research station, which is required to work out the cure, and it must of course be built on this planet. Of course, if you're not able to build this research station, or you have run out of healthy population to work the station, then the plague will continue to spread, and it will eventually get into all of your population on the planet and later turn deadly. And that basically means it's going to take everyone on the planet and the planet itself with it. Now, at the moment, it's not really known if when a pop migrates to a different planet it can spread the disease. However, I feel it is rather unlikely. I would love this to be an option, maybe a fleshed out mid-game crisis, a bit like the raids that have been announced. However, we will likely have to wait a while for that to occur. Anyway, so now that we know it can kill your planet, how can you stop it? As I mentioned before, you can of course build a research station. This is going to be tasked with trying to find a cure, and provided a healthy pop is working away on it, it will find the cure. However, finding the cure can actually take a while, and the plague might actually beat the cure. It could go faster and suddenly everyone's dead. However, if you are lucky, a cure will be researched. Whilst the plague is attacking the entire planet, the planet gets a horrible modifier which lowers both the happiness and habitability by 20%, making it a terrible place to live. However, if you beat the disease, then congratulations, you gain 125 influence, as well as some unity and society research. These are linked to the size of your empire, of course. A plague memorial building replaces the research building, and it's one of the most unique buildings in the game, and it provides a flat 10% happiness modifier to everyone on the planet. So, provided you get this event and you research the cure, you can actually improve your planet in the long run. Of course, it's not really useful if you're robotic or a hive mind, but still, you can do it. So that was the plague event chain in Stellaris. However, some of you might be wanting for a bit more of an exciting experience. Maybe a event chain in which a disease is physically spreading across your empire. Now, that is certainly what I would be preferring. Of course, it would take a lot of work, and the developers would certainly have to probably bundle it in with a DLC, because, yeah, working on Paradox games is not cheap at all. But my idea is if the devs create an event chain, which is kind of similar to Dead Space, of course, one of my favourite sci-fi series, where you start off on a planet and you discover what appears to be a marker, a great big obelisk, and this has some DNA altering code which will turn the population against one another. Now I think that's a great idea, maybe to have it mixed in with maybe a few zombies and stuff like that, and you have a great idea for a sci-fi story about space zombies. So there you go, that's just something I want to be added into the Stellaris game. Will it happen? Will it not happen? Probably not, but you know, we can dream on. Most other Paradox Interactive games have had zombies added to them, so why not throw them in here as well? I would love it. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this lore story. If you have any ideas for how you'd like an infection and disease to spread around in your Stellaris game, then please do jump down in the comments below. And can I please just say thank you very much for the wonderful response that's happened on the cinematic video. I love it so much. I am so happy with it. I might even include it at the end of this video. Why not? Oh, it's so good. One of my favourite videos I've ever made. And if the video gets, I don't know, let's say when it gets 2,000 likes, I will immediately begin starting work on my next Stellaris cinematic, and I can give you a hint that it's going to be Star Wars themed. I found some great mods to go along with it. But yeah, when this video reaches, of course, what should we say? Should we say 500 likes? Yeah, okay. When this video reaches 500 likes, I will immediately upload the next Stellaris Lore Story. That's right, we're doing good today. Because everyone in the community has been so nice to me, lovely, I'm thinking we can make more of these lore stories. So, the next Stellaris Lore Story, if you want it, just give it a like. And I would love to see all of you down in the comment section. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful evening. It is, of course, a lovely rainy Sunday afternoon in the UK for me, but wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a splendid time. Goodbye.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive.